Hey everyone, Sean Anderson here, local Northern Illinois filmmaker, and today I'm going to tell you 7 things about my short film, Sword and Suburb. Number 1. This is the only summer story that I used a motorized gimbal on. Summer Stories is a series of short interconnected films, and I bought a motorized gimbal for it because I thought I'm going to do a bunch of amazing cinematic camera movement. You know, motorized gimbal is this device that adds smoothness to your camera. You lock it on the gimbal, you walk around with it. Well, come to find out, after I shot the first few gimbal shots for the intro of Sword and Suburb, which turned out pretty good, I realized I hated this style of filmmaking. I'm the type of filmmaker who likes to have the camera right up at my eye, looking through that electronic viewfinder. So after the first couple shots of Sword and Suburb, I got rid of the gimbal and I haven't used it for any of the other episodes. Number 2. We pre-cut the watermelon before the swordswoman slices it. Now this is a super simple behind the scenes thing. We had the swordswoman using her newly purchased sword and she was testing it on a watermelon. And we could have had her try to cut it, but this is a prop sword. This is not an actual sharp blade, so we were worried we were gonna damage it. So we actually took the watermelon and we pre-cut it with a knife. We set it up in such a way that when she swung down on it, it would open up. And actually, we jump cut to right after it opened, so we didn't even really need to have it together when she hit it. It's simple things like this that make filmmaking so much easier when you can edit around an effect, so it feels like she sliced through the watermelon, but actually we cut it before we even started rolling. Number 3. The tiger painting in Sword and Suburb is one of my oldest belongings. This is a tiger painting I got as a very young child. I think an aunt bought it for me. I don't even remember now who purchased it. But I remember being told as a very young child that this was from a zoo, and I thought that was pretty amazing. Wow, a tiger painting from a zoo. And it's been in pretty much every place I've lived ever since I was a kid. It was in my bedrooms, and now it's at my house. And I thought it'd be nice to have some sort of image that kind of inspires the swordswoman, especially the fact that she wears a tiger mask. So I had this painting in my house. I thought, let's just grab it and use it, and it worked out great. Number 4. My friend Jeremy pulls double duty as the 2 guys walking on the path. This is something low-budget indie filmmakers will run into quite a bit. We were out shooting some scenes with the swordswoman. Come to find out, oh wait, we need someone to walk by. We totally forgot to cast someone. So I get Jeremy, who's helping me with the production, doing sound. I have him walk by the frame. Great. Well, then the very next scene we're filming, we have another person walk by the swordswoman. So we literally just threw sunglasses on him and had him walk by again. Now, is it the same character? I don't think it was supposed to be when I wrote the script. Maybe it is. But regardless, this just happens sometimes when you're just kind of shooting by the seat of your pants. Sometimes you just have to use crew members for extras that you forgot to cast. Number 5. I filmed the theater scene in the same theater I grew up performing in. This is a pretty cool one. There is this theater near me where I did a whole bunch of youth theater in all the way through high school and junior high. I loved this theater. It's one of the most nostalgic places in my life, and just happened to still know some people who have access to it. And I was filming this rehearsal scene, and I could have just filmed it in like a classroom, but I thought it'd be pretty cool to actually have it on that stage. And it all worked out, and we were able to film there, even with the toy prop gun, but it really added a lot of extra production value to the short. And I find in general, with no budget indie filmmaking, finding really good locations can be really key to making a short that kind of stands out, that has a little more strength to it. If you're just shooting in white-walled rooms, it's gonna look really low budget. But if you can find cool locations that you can shoot at for free, you can give your film a little bit more spice and make it feel a little stronger. Number 6, the shot of the kids playing in the park is stock footage. This was actually a huge conundrum. I wrote in the script that the swordswoman hears screaming in the woods. She goes to investigate and she peers through some bushes. She sees some kids playing in the park. Then I realized it would be really weird for me to hide in the bushes and film kids playing in a park. That would be very strange. Tried to reach out to some friends who had kids to see if they could play at a park and I could film them, and it just didn't work out. It wasn't working. And then I went online and found this stock footage. And the weirdest thing about this stock footage is the leaves in the stock footage perfectly match the leaves in the shot of the swordswoman looking through the bushes. I don't know how it happened, but I happened to find stock footage that had the same exact foliage in it. So it was super kismet. It worked out really well. And I don't really even think you can tell it's stock footage. It very much matches the shot with the swordswoman looking out. And this is just an example of stock footage coming to the rescue. Number 7, the blood effect was a plastic bag full of powdered sugar, water, and food coloring. So in the humorous yet kind of intense climax of Sword and Suburb, we've got Scott with the fake gun pretending to shoot himself. Then you got Swordswoman thinking he's going to shoot himself and she doesn't know what to do. She ends up stabbing him. Now, I had never done any gore effects in any of my short films. I generally don't make gory stuff. And I didn't want it to be super gory. I just wanted to show that he got stabbed and he was bleeding, and it wasn't life-threatening, but it was definitely serious. So I found this recipe online to make fake blood. We put it in a Ziploc bag, we put it under Scott's shirt, and then I just had him grab the wound. And when he grabbed it, he was actually squishing the bag. And it's a really good effect. The blood is actually really gushing out and it looks very realistic. Here's a behind the scenes shot of the aftermath. It's kind of funny because Scott looks like he's bleeding, but it's just an effect. I was super surprised how well this effect works, but there is one mistake I made that I wish I hadn't. I put the shirt and the blood bag in the back seat of my car, and the blood got all over the back seat, and it was impossible to get out. It totally ruined the back seat of my car. Come to find out, a better fake blood recipe is, instead of using powdered sugar, you can use clothing detergent because it's got that nice soapiness to it, and if it gets on anything, you can easily wash it off. So if I ever do fake blood in the future, I'm definitely going to use that ingredient. I'm not going to be using powdered sugar anymore because it was a nightmare. Okay, that was 7 things about my short film, Sword and Suburb. I'm really excited about the next couple episodes of summer stories that are gonna be coming your way in the next couple weeks. I'm releasing them once a week, every Wednesday, all through the summer. And the next one in particular, I'm really excited about. So I hope you enjoy the series, and comment below if you have any questions about anything I said in today's video. I'm trying to get better at sharing behind the scenes looks at the short films that I create. Now, if for some reason you haven't seen Sword and Suburb yet, and yet you've watched this entire video, which has spoiled it, you can watch it right here. I've kind of spoiled the ending, but you can still watch it here. Also, click here to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more videos like this one, plus my Film Friday series about film cameras. I'm Sean Anderson, and if you're in the woods and someone shows up wearing this mask, just try to be really polite because they might end up stabbing you.